was like, "Hey, I heard you and Dev tap dancing for these white folk to get your views on their podcast." and I said, if someone pays us for this show, if these white folk, if these Yakubians pay us for this show,
wow.
I said 5 to 10 mil for several months or for for a year. I will definitely tap dance for these damn white folks. So you're dumbass.
Wow.
Paying
Wow.
me. If you're dumbass paying me, if you're paying me 5 mil, if you're paying me 5 mil a year or 10 mil a year just to sit there and talk about random stuff, nigga, you're dumb. Like,
wow.
Why would you give me that money? Why would you give me that money?
I feel you, but that's crazy.
Welcome back once again. Pardon our ignorance, the random black kid. And today, well, I don't got my boy Mike Job with me, so I don't know what the fuck that nigga at. But today we have a fellow podcaster and a good friend of mine. He runs Groupchat Chronicles outside of YC, you know what I mean? So my boy Devin Ray, the host, the creator.
What's up?
So Dev, since you're our special guest and, you know, like I said, fellow podcaster of your own, what we do around here is usually called spins. And if you don't know what spins are, which you've been listening to this podcast, so you already know.
Yeah.
You already know what we're about to do. So what you been listening to?
Been listening to that Corday, that new Weekend that just dropped. Oh, and also been listening to my brother Gunna, that new DS4 that goes crazy.
Oh my god, everybody's on that. I mean, your fucking memes.
Oh, the P memes.
And it's in like everyday vocabulary now.
I mean, the song trash, but like Gunna did what he had to do with that.
That didn't make sense. It was the bar. I don't remember, but I saw it. The bar made zero sense to me, and I was like, why do anyone listen to this nigga? But you know what? I can't say nothing. I haven't been listening to anything new, to be honest. Mike always asks like, "Oh, man, like you ain't got no new?" Like, no, bro. Like it's just like the same albums. I've been listening to albums from like midsummer last year, from like J. Cole to Kanye to Baby Keem to Isaiah Rashad, to the new Earl joint that just dropped like a week and a half ago. Like that's and I've been listening to some old stuff. I think the old thing that I've been listening to and that's been like on repeat for me, Bump and Grind by R. Kelly.
Bro, what? You still listen to R. Kelly in 2022, yo?
Yeah. Do you think I'm gonna stop listening to R. Kelly?
I was never a fan, so I really can't say much.
Who was never a fan of R. Kelly?
Kind of crazy people.
I'm sorry, you're a fan of R. Kelly.
Nah, I mean, like I know some songs, but like for me to be like, I can't list like any deep cuts from him that I like. That makes sense.
So you're saying you can't? You probably can do the Ignition remix?
Oh, of course.
Is that Step in the Name of Love? I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
I Wish.
Yeah.
Okay, so nigga, you know his songs. Not like you don't know his songs. You know his songs.
I mean, but I'm not a fan. I mean, I know his songs.
So you didn't like Chocolate Factory?
I'm not a fan.
So you didn't like Chocolate Factory?
I mean, it was a good project. That's like one of the only like R. Kelly CDs my mom had.
So you didn't go back in time and listen to his older stuff?
No.
12th play.
Not even because of the like allegations or whatnot.
It wasn't allegations. That nigga did that shit. That nigga did that shit.
Oh, he did. But like, I just never bothered listening to it.
Why? Why was the reason?
I just don't listen to R. Kelly.
I've
never been a fan.
So it was nothing. It was nothing against. Well, that was before. Like the only thing that we knew is he was like peeing on 16-year-old girls.
Yo.
That's the only thing we knew, like as kids. But I'm saying, like, not even like you didn't even listen. Like, you only listened to Chocolate Factory. That was it. That was the only album.
Yeah, that was it. And I was kind of forced to listen to that.
Just go back and listen to like a couple old, even from the early 2000s, my nigga.
I guess. Oh yeah, but you can listen to that Corday yet?
No, I have not listened to Corday. Honestly, I don't even follow him. I listened to him on Terrace Martin's Drones album. He had a good song on there with Terrace Martin.
I mean, if you like Cole, you'll like Cordae for real.
I mean, I heard him rap before. Like, I had no problem with him rapping. He was with he did a single with Anderson .Paak. I forget what it's called.
R.M.P.
Yeah, I think he did that one. That was a good song. I liked it. I mean, I don't really listen to it all like that, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And like I really liked his style because he sounds like one of the like early to mid 2000 rappers. So that's what like, I was cool with that. But I really don't listen to him. I heard like everyone's like that's a great album and one of the best albums that came out. It came out this year.
It came out in 2019. That was his debut album. His last album came out like a week or two ago.
All right, so well, I'll jump on. I'll see what that is. But like I said, I just been listening to old stuff. What you need to do is actually, if you're a fan of anime and if you're a fan of Cowboy Bebop, one of the best animes of all time, in my opinion, you should listen to the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack.
I don't watch anime either.
You don't watch anime?
Nah, I don't got nothing against it though. I just don't watch it.
Damn. I'm gonna start you off. I'm gonna start you off since you already know you got Netflix.
I mean, I don't really watch Netflix either.
Me either, but I'm saying Cowboy Bebop's on there. It's 26 episodes, my nigga. It's one season.
I don't.
Nigga, this look, here's the thing.
If I get to it, I'll get to it. But
I would say, I'm saying watch episode 1, and then I bet you if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to watch it. That's what you don't mean. But anyway, this Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, perfection. I listened to that joint mad times. This is a whole bunch of jazz mixed with like a whole bunch of other stuff. It's crazy. Since we have Dev on the show today, first time, by the way, and I've been I appeared twice on your show, so
3 times.
3 times?
Just 3 times.
Was it 3 times?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It was me, you, and Ron the first time. Then it was me, you, and Londell the second time. Then it was us 2 the last time.
Damn, I really was on that bitch 3 times. I really was on there 3 times. That's crazy. Since you started podcasting, what made you get into podcasting?
So when I was in college or whatever, when I would do my work, I would listen to like Hot 97 and Breakfast Club interviews while I do my work instead of music. So that kind of like I didn't want to do a podcast then, but it kind of gave me the interest of doing something like this. And then like in 2019, I started watching Brilliant Idiots and $1 Million Worth of Game, and that kind of gave me pushed the idea of podcasts. And then I follow these guys on Twitter called Popular Demand Podcast, and then that like showed me like, oh, like guys like me can do podcasts. Then I saw you do a podcast. I'm like, all right, it's time to start this. So boom, Groupchat Chronicles is born.
So I wouldn't go off for what I was doing because nigga, I tell everybody I jumped into this head first, not knowing anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to put anything together. I didn't know how to upload any of my episodes. I had a lot. I barely knew how to edit. So it was just like I jumped into this. But as the time went on and up until now, up to what 40? This is episode 41. I forgot to mention episode 41. So up to what 2 years now? It's like So, I mean, I don't know how much of a following that we have here with the branding and things like that, but I think, like I said, you, who else? Los, your man's Los does 280 plus after them, and your girl Kayla, right? K Time, like I said, all YC based podcasts. Like they have a following too, so it's just like I'm happy that I was able to do this, and I had like people like you that was like listening to this and y'all jumped in and it's like fuck it, let's just run with it. Podcast. When I remember when you asked me about it, and I was just like, dude, like I don't know what to tell you. I just ran. I just did it. Like there was nothing that stopped me. I was like, just grab some good equipment, some headphones if you need it. So some editing software, and take off. and watching your podcast take off how it is now. Seeing it on like IG and listening to it myself and going through it and seeing the episodes. And what episode are you on right now?
We just dropped 32 this week. Yeah, 32, yeah.
So up to 32 episodes now, and like it's just like it's gonna keep going. So it's crazy seeing like how far like we just went, just said fucking let's just do something. But just knowing that, you know, it took that one small move, and I know that I know you're probably happy with the product. Like, so because it's yours, like you don't really have to abide by anything. It's yours.
Nah,
So
and I feel like
go ahead.
I also feel like if you like just go out and do it, you'll be more successful because you're not thinking about like the cons and whatnot. That makes sense.
So yeah, for the people who don't know Dev's, who's listening to this now, who doesn't know Dev's podcast, Groupchat Chronicles, like I said, it's available on Apple,
Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Audible, and Amazon Music.
Everywhere. If you don't know what his podcast is about, or Dev, you want to tell us about what your podcast is about?
All right. Basically, it's the podcast that talks about anything and everything. Like we can go from music, sports, television shows, relationship topics, whatever, topics about colors, if we can make it interesting. Basically, literally anything and everything. I had to simplify it.
So out of 32 episodes, what was your favorite episode? Was it the pilot?
It's called no. That my favorite. It was it's titled "Black Folks Been Humble for Too Long." I don't know what episode number that is, but it was me, Ron, and our friends Kathy, Sarah. That I feel like that was the funniest episode we did because we talked about Kyrie Richardson losing, what clothes we don't like on the other gender, something about marriage and getting old, stuff like that. Those are the only 3 things I can remember off the top of my head right now. But that's my favorite episode.
I would say it had to be when I was on that month.
Nah.
If anyone just now heard about Dev's podcast, if you hear me on any of his episodes, more than likely I said something that either everyone was just like, "Why'd you say that?
Yeah, yo.
Fuck wrong with you? Don't
no,
say
bro.
something
Like, what was wrong with you about that Jay Prince shit, yo? What is wrong with you, yo?
What was wrong with me on what?
That what you said about Jay Prince.
What did I say about it?
I forgot what you said, but it was disrespectful.
What did I say?
I mean, I forgot what you said. You might have just said fuck Jay Prince, bro. But
I did.
I forget what you said. I don't know what you said, but it was disrespectful.
I couldn't have said that.
It was something along the lines of that.
When we talk about what you call it, the Push and Aubrey situation.
Oh yeah.
And I said he did damage control, and I was right because he did damage control.
But you said something else, but I forget what you said.
I remember because you was like, if Jay Prince hears this, I was like, well, then he hears it. And then y'all lined up. You lined up was just like, bro, you realize like this nigga is like he's like that, and I was like, and
yeah, he just like that. Okay.
And I don't care. Okay, what is he going to sit there and just listen to some random black dude just talk about him? Like,
okay.
Pretty much like, okay. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to get me killed over, I don't even know how many freaking episodes or like subscribers or followers. Like, you're going to kill me. You're going to kill some nigga that's like the dirt underneath your shoe, like famous. That's what you're going to do? Like, I guess so. It's like ain't no point of doing it. It's like, what did you accomplish, my nigga?
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's why I'm trying to explain to you. I was like, what the fuck is it going to accomplish? What is he going to accomplish? I'm not even known in our own city. Like, people don't know me.
I mean, they might fuck with the pod for real.
Who knows? The only way they know me is come hoop with people. That's about it. They probably don't even know my fucking name. That's the crazy part. Niggas don't know my name.
They do.
Y'all know my name. Niggas that I hoop with know my name. Like that's it. Like the podcasting, like I know, like I said before, I know it's your baby. Like that's I know you
Yeah,
care for it a lot. So what
yeah.
do you expect? Do you expect your podcast to just be one of the brilliant idiots or like
Oh yes, of course, of
so that
course.
so what is your so my thing is what is your main goal with this?
My main goal is to be the biggest podcast in the world.
So what do you see like yourself like where do you see your podcast going in because the next 5 years? Because everyone asks, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you see your podcast going in the next
I
five
don't know. Um,
years? I don't know.
5 years. Like, nah, I hate this question. Yo. The timeline of it is like long. Like if you ask me by the end of next year, I got you.
It's 5 years.
um,
5 years feels
5 years.
like that. Nigga, COVID has been around for what, 2.5 years? Nigga, it feels like
Yeah,
5 years went by already.
yeah. I feel you. Probably be known across the the nation, I guess,
No,
by
Preston.
people I don't even know, people that I probably wouldn't even talk to if I seen them. I guess I
So
think that's like the main goal I have.
you ever check your what you call it, your anchor? Like
Oh
where
yeah, I
you
do all the time.
so you check
Yeah,
where like different countries and things
yeah,
like that. So what's
yeah.
the
We got
country
like
that or what's the place that surprised you when you looked at it?
oh, we got Philippines, Singapore, Kuwait, the
Wow.
UK, Colombia, and South Africa. And Philippines is at 8%.
Wow. So
Like what
niggas
the
over there
hell?
listening to your shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy. So how does it feel knowing that motherfuckers in the whole on the other side of the world is listening to you? Probably don't even know what you're saying, but they're listening to you.
I mean it feels great. Yeah, it feels great because like I would never talk to them. They'll probably never talk to me, but yet they probably know who we are as a podcast. So that's kind of cool.
You said in the next 5 years being known across the nation, but you're already known, right? You're not like super known, but you're known across different countries and continents. So
Yeah,
your main goal in the next 5 years is to be like, yo, everyone who has like a fucking tablet, pot like a
yes,
phone or anything, it's just that's it.
yes.
Do you think that you want like a deal when this happens? Like Tidal or like Spotify or like Apple or something
I
like
mean,
that in the next 5 years? That's what my main thing is. You want to be
I
known
mean, if
as
that,
just how you are, or you want like a anchor deal?
I mean, if that paperwork look right, I guess I want to deal. That paperwork looks right.
You're gonna tap dance for white folk?
No, I will not.
You know, I answered that. You saw that question, right? That
Yeah, I saw that. Yo,
so anyone know it? So we on Snapchat, and I posted like an ask me to send it joint, and then I posted that, and what was funny is someone was like, "Hey, I heard you and Dev are tap dancing for these white folk on for to get your views on their podcast." and I said, if someone pays us for this show, if these white folk, if these Yakubians pay us for this show,
wow.
I said 5 to 10. I said 5 to 10 mil for several months, or for every like for a year. I will definitely tap dance for these damn white folks. So your dumb ass
Wow.
paying me.
Wow.
If your dumb ass is paying me, if you paying
That's
me five
crazy.
mil, if you paying me 5 mil a year or 10 mil a year just to sit there and talk about random stuff, nigga, you're
Wow.
dumb. Like, you're
Wow.
stupid. Why would you
I
give me
guess.
that money? Why would you give me that money?
I feel you, but that's crazy.
So what can happen is I can sell you the rights to this damn podcast all you want. I'm taking my money and I'm getting out of there. You can have the
I
name,
mean,
you can have the fan base. Nigga, if you ink 100 mil and you're like, hey, we're gonna sell you this, like sell this to us for like 50 to 100 mil. Nigga, have the podcast. Have the
that,
podcast. Because
wow.
you're gonna
That's
ruin it.
crazy.
Because you're gonna ruin it. It's not gonna be my fault.
Crazy.
You're gonna bring on some woke people or some like right folk or left folk or someone of that nature, and they're gonna fuck the whole entire system up. So
That's
y'all ain't that
oh
good.
my gosh.
That like so if someone gave you that, if someone was like, here, like we're gonna give you 100 mil for your podcast, for your podcast, for the rights and everything, the ownership of your podcast, would you walk away with that 1 mil or 100 mil, or you're just gonna be like, fuck no, this is mine?
I mean, it depends. Like right now, nah.
No,
But
no, I'm
like,
not saying that, but I'm saying if you got to that point, like everyone's like, yo, Groupchat Chronicles, best in the world. I don't care what anyone says. And someone took a like notice of you and was like, yo, 50 mil for your whole podcast.
if I was ready to walk away from it, yeah. But if I still wanted to like grow it, nah.
So 5 years there's 5 years like still not enough, like not enough growth.
I mean, it can be, but I I don't I don't I don't think I'm not trying to be like a pessimist or anything, but I don't think in 5 years we're going to be the biggest pot in the world. But if we do, we do. It is what it is. But I feel like in 5 years we're still going to have to like grow and whatnot, but be way bigger than we are right now, for sure.
I say it's tough. Like it's tough, and I understand. Like you do the hosting, you do the editing, you do the promoting. Like, what's the worst part of having a podcast?
I want to say the editing
Why is that?
because it might sound good while I'm while we're recording, and then I listen to it when I edit it. There might be like parts missing. There's sound cut off, and I gotta take that part out. It's just super time consuming.
So what's the best part of doing all like the podcast?
Them Sunday nights at like 11:55 when I'm ready to release it to the world. The episode.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
got
best,
your
bro.
shit always at 12 midnight.
I try to. I mean, it's going to be up there at midnight. It might the screenshots and the promotion might not be up there midnight. That's my fault. I might fall asleep or something, but it's always going to be by midnight Monday mornings.
So you said a perfect thing about promoting, and promoting
Yeah,
comes with social media. So
yeah.
I had this conversation a couple, like, I don't even know, like several, probably like I would say last year around the episode
Mhm,
with my homegirl Nay. Love you, Nay. Uh,
mhm.
it was about social media. And I was just
Yeah.
talking to you before the show, and I was like, yo, Snapchat has been wild, and we talked about Twitter, we talked about like Instagram and stuff like that before. I'm only on Snapchat, so it's been wild. And but past the promotion, social media in general.
Gender.
You
Yeah.
is it good or bad?
Good and bad. How?
Is good or is it good or bad? Like is social media good or is it bad?
It's there's no right answer to this. Like you can get, like I said, you can get information quickly. We can connect with like other like-minded people like you, all that jazz. But it's bad because you get misinformation. You can see crazy stuff on social media. Like I was on an episode with on my show with Roxanne. Shout out to Roxanne. Um, talking about social media. Like I seen two videos of two people getting murdered on my timeline on Twitter. That's terrible. But then I scroll up and I see a Sixers fan talk about basketball. Like, so it's good and bad. Put that on there. Like, I don't follow that stuff, but people retweet it. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. Oh my gosh, his head got blown off. And I just leave the video, scroll past. Like, that's crazy. Like, how I could sit there and just watch a video like that and not feel anything. It's like they posted like it's a news clip though. Like,
It's the news.
like it's not, but it's not like, oh, God gets head blown off. It's like, by two males fighting in Decatur, Georgia. One pulls out weapon, fatally shoots guy. Something like that. Like that's what makes it crazy. Like it's normalized now. Mhm.
What do you think of social media? So it's just like, is it something that
I mean,
that we need, or something that is just like, fam, it's just gonna be here? Like,
I mean, it's just gonna be here, but some of the stuff we do definitely need that comes of it, off of it, like promotion, of course, for like businesses and whatnot. And like you can get like I said, you can get news quicker too. But like other than that, it's just a bunch of nut shit on there. Like I try to stay with like my social media feeds is just sports, music, stupid shit. That's how I keep mine. That's why I don't take social media serious whatsoever.
So you think Twitter's a real place? You think
See,
Twitter's
nah, because I don't know. I'm on the fence with that because there are definitely real people behind those accounts, but I only see those conversations on that app. Like I never seen those conversations in real life or on any other social media app. So that what makes it seem like it's not a real place because you never see those conversations anywhere else.
there'd be some nutty conversations. Like you probably see it in
Yeah,
like in our like we have different group chats. Like we're in different group chats.
yeah, yeah,
But most of the time it's usually us arguing, like any of us arguing about like sports or
yeah,
about like
yeah,
roasting each other and things like that. And I see that. I see
yeah.
like people roasting like someone or talking about sports or like any game that was on and things like that. But
Mhm.
the rest of Twitter is just like, fam, what the fuck happened? Like
Yeah,
it's just like one story after one story, then you get hit by another story, and just like when does it end? And it's just like you get lost in a whole bunch of
yeah.
shit. So that's why I always say, yo, Twitter's not. I don't know why people get mad over social media. It's not a real place.
You should never take social media serious whatsoever. I can't tell somebody what they should be offended by, but like you're getting offended by somebody who will probably never say this to your face. So just like let it go, honestly.
But you see that it's never let go. Like it goes further.
Oh no, it's never let it go.
This shit just goes
I
first.
mean,
That's why I was asking
yo,
you, is it something that we need or is just like
uh,
this is a want? What are you
it's
about to say?
funny though, cause no, I saw your Kobe shirt, and I remember like on Christmas Day back in 2014. I don't know if I told you about this. Two dudes were arguing over Twitter over Kobe. Bro, that was arguing for Kobe drove like a half hour, 45 minutes away to fight this nigga.
What?
That shit on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day. They was arguing about Kobe and they just met up and fought. I think they did.
Think that, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like Matt Barnes when he drove the
See,
punch.
nah, that's different. That's different. That's different.
No,
That's different.
it's kind of the same. Nigga,
No, it's
I'm
different.
saying, but you drove. You had to be mad to drive a certain distance to fight a nigga.
See the Matt Barnes situation, like that's validated. That's validated. I'm not driving
And nigga, you drove.
30, 45 minutes
But he
to
drove
fight
what, like
somebody over AI, bro.
didn't he drive? Didn't he drive like 8-9 hours?
It sound crazy, but it's validated.
No, it's not that.
Dude arguing over Kobe. You're not
I
no,
understand, but
no.
I understand, but I understand. But I'm saying, was it necessary to drive to fight someone for zero reason? For not zero reason, but
I
just for the reason
mean,
that you could have
that's
easily just like, all right, whatever, bro. I don't like. I'm not. I'm just saying for both sides. How can you be
on
mad
the
for that long? For that
I mean,
long?
I don't know.
For that long to go over and just
I
be like, I gotta beat this nigga ass, right, bro? Like,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Nah.
I couldn't do it either. That's what I'm saying. As I say, it's never. It's like it's a
Nah.
fake place. All social media is a fake place. Go back to podcasting. What is your advice for people who want to do a podcast?
Just, jump off the porch and do it. Because if you end up thinking about it, you're going to start doubting yourself, doubting where you could take the podcast to and whatnot. So just do it. If you're a black man, do not listen to what anybody on Twitter says about black men in podcasts.
Yeah, fuck
Just gonna
that
leave it
lady.
at that.
Who is she? Fuck her. Fuck her.
I
We
don't
ain't fresh and
know.
fit, nigga.
Like ever since like Fresh and Fit became viral, it's been like every other day. Black men in podcasts been people don't like it for whatever reason.
Man, fuck fresh and fit, nigga.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck them.
yeah.
They ain't even shit. Well, I don't even know their name. Was it like Myron and like some other shit?
That's not even dude's real name.
That's not even
Like
his real
it's
name.
not. He got exposed. He was like a rower for some college in like Massachusetts or something. Like rowing like in a
Like, bro,
boat
like a
as a
boat.
sport. Like that's what he. Yes, yes.
I saw a picture of him getting kissed by some white dude.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. He got kissed on the cheek by some white dude. Fuck them, bro. It's like,
and do not even black. So it's just like,
oh, isn't he like, he has to be like
no, he's like Middle Eastern or something like that.
yeah.
So he basically bringing down the black community.
I mean, any like no, not all of us is like that. Not all podcasts are like that. That's what I was saying in the last episode.
Literally,
Is we're no one's like that. Like we're not our what we're doing now is not to bring down anyone. Like nigga, usually we're having conversation, and some people, this podcast, Partner Ignorance, started out as a little joint that me and my cousin Sav were gonna do like years ago, 2018, 2017, probably around there. That's when we started like actually work towards it. But with us being broke as hell, he only produce music. And if you want any of his beats, Sav G is your man. I didn't have any technical experience. I was learning. I'm still learning right now. Still building myself, still trying to build my repertoire for anything I got. So this started off small and it kept growing. It kept going until like I said, fuck it, let me go do it. And then it turned into something like, it started out like, oh man, we're just gonna be barbershop talking, which is usually how it is barbershop talk.
Yeah, basically.
Then it goes into like topic basis and things like that. But I still had that feeling back in my head, like, yo, this is my baby. I'm gonna do it how I'm gonna do it. And it's still barbershop talk, but we still bring like topics. I don't know why people just take it as in like people like us just doing a podcast is going to bring down women because what they see on like bigger platforms. And it's crazy to think like that tweet that I saw or like whatever it was and I shared it and you saw it. Like it's just sad that it's just like that's the thing that's destroying this community, like the Black community, really. Like that's it.
But it's because we tend to hate share. I'm guilty of this myself. Like we tend to hate share. So therefore, those like podcasts, like Fresh and Fit or stuff we really don't like, we give it exposure. So then they get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's why you'll see Fresh and Fit on your timelines for a little bit now until we start to be quiet about it.
They're probably like 5-10 episodes away from being as hated as the Paul brothers. They're about like not more hated, but as hated as the Paul brothers. Like they're about 5-10 episodes away. That's just my opinion. But I just find it funny that people try to just destroy what we're all doing. Like
exactly,
motherfucker, we're not even big that much. Like people in the city know us. People in our city, kind of around the world know who we are. And it's just like why sit there and aim your hate towards just people who just want to have a conversation, basically.
Exactly.
And have people join in the conversations.
Exactly.
It's necessary. Completely unnecessary. Let's talk about your 70 elixirs.
Yo, let's talk about your Lakers.
First off,
how about we do that?
It's Cancun on too. So
exactly.
Cancun on too. No, I wasn't gonna bring them up because
exactly.
I don't even want to talk about them. Like, that's why y'all don't even got Ben Simmons.
Ben, I'm done with Ben.
No, y'all was talking shit the other time. Oh, Ben is one of the best in the league. He's doing this, he's doing that.
The thing is, he just doesn't want to shoot. Like nobody can tell me. Nobody can tell me what Ben is trash at besides shooting. Nobody can.
Turnover.
Can you?
He turns the ball over a lot. Yes, he did.
I mean,
all of last season,
rusted it.
I'm not a Westbrook fan, and I'm not a fan of what the Lakers look like right now. So don't even bring them niggas into this. I was when I saw LeBron get onto the team, I said, God damn it.
He got y'all a ring. What are y'all talking about?
Huh?
He got y'all a ring.
No. He needed help to get a ring.
Everybody needs help. What are you talking about?
Kobe didn't need help when he won that back-to-back.
Pau Gasol.
If you say Pau Gasol, goddamn it. Everyone says Pau.
I mean,
he's no AD
or Shaq. He's no AD or Shaq.
He's not. No. We're not going to go there. I love Pau Gasol, but we're not going to fucking go there. He was a
Bro,
great big man, but he wasn't. He was not the Shaq to Kobe.
no, of course he wasn't. Nobody is Shaq. To me, Shaq might be the best big to ever play the game, in my opinion.
I don't know. Kareem's right there.
I mean, I said might.
He's.
I mean,
This
I got
between Kareem and then
I got Shaq, Kareem, Hakeem. Those are my top three.
top three.
Shaq, yeah, Shaq, Kareem,
Well,
and Hakeem.
if I want to go
Not
by
in order.
not in order, but okay. If I want to go by all time, then I'll probably say Kareem, Shaq, Bill, Hakeem, and Wilt.
Yo, you didn't even watch Bill or Will play. Why are they on your list, bro?
Okay, you said Hakeem. Did you watch Hakeem play?
I mean, I saw like he was like I've seen full games of Hakeem.
Okay, and I've seen full games of Wilt and Bill.
Bro, who do they play though?
Oh my
Like,
god!
look at the competition, bro.
This
Look at the
conversation
competition.
always comes up. Look
Who do
at
they play?
and this is my retort to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Bill Russell's draft, and you will see there's guys who are over what y'all saying 6'2", 6'3". There's niggas who are like
Oh, no, that's not that.
but you
I
saying
mean,
competition.
were they good?
Were they good,
Were
nigga?
they
You act
were
like I
they
know
good?
them niggas.
I'm saying like Will
They were
and
good
Bill
enough to
Russell
get
was
drafted.
averaging like
If anyone gets drafted to a league, you're obviously good.
oh yeah, but I'm
Well,
talking
they
compared
had to be
to
good to
like
get drafted.
later. I'm talking about compared to later.
No, because obviously not. Because if their careers didn't go further, and
Yeah,
then we
you
don't follow
can't.
their careers because we don't know them. You can only name a handful, probably like 10 guys from the era of Bill Russell. Probably 10, five to 10 people you can probably name. He played against I think he played against Will. No.
Yeah, they did.
So
But
he
still
played.
though, it was like Bill, Wilt, and then the rest of the league. Like Bill, Wilt,
Wilt, Kareem.
Kareem. Well, Kareem.
Kareem
He counts.
He
All right, he
counts.
counts.
He counts because he went at it. He was on the Bucks.
Yeah, he was.
So yeah, it's Kareem. It goes Bill, Kareem. Bill, Wilt, Kareem. So it's just like, yeah. I mean, you can go back and watch old time games. A lot of them games.
I'm seeing that the talent level wasn't as great as it was.
But
Like,
basketball just started
present.
like a couple decades.
I know.
So it's just like we didn't have all. The thing is about this argument, it has so many holes in it. Like basketball wasn't like crazy back then. Like we didn't. There was no dribbling. There was no Kyrie Irving. There's no Steph Curry. There's no There's no Kawhi. There's no Kobe's. No Jordan. No like LeBron. There was none of those niggas back then. You ran up the court, passed the ball, bounce pass. You either shot from like 15, 20 feet, and that's it. Ain't nobody was shooting 30, 35 footers.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that shit. So there's a lot of holes.
Like I do think you have to base it off that era, but I just can't put anybody from way back then on a GOAT list. I'm sorry.
They're the fathers of basketball. Like these niggas is playing basketball, and then the transition every single decade or every single year, 5 to 10 years, things changed. Like the game changed. Then dunking became something. Having basketball handles. Pistol Pete came into the game with crazy fucking handles. This man had handles. This nigga had trick passes before Jason Williams, before anyone else, before John Stockton, before Isaiah, like any like great assistant, before Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson based half of his passes off of what Pistol Pete were doing anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just like every 5 to 10 years, everything's changing. Just how we see now, everything's changing. Now look at it. The three was entered. The three came in early 80s, early to mid 80s. The 3-pointer was acknowledged. Is when the 3-pointer was involved, people were taking threes. But now look at like you got Curry, the best shooter in the game, best shooter in the game, hands down. But not right now.
Right now, I don't know what's going on with him right now. I'm sorry.
As of recording, we don't know what the hell's going on with Steph Curry. But Steph Curry, by far, hands down, the best 3-pointer, best shooter in the league. So it changed. Kyrie Irving has probably the best handles right now. Kyrie and Steph probably has the best handles in the league right now. Beforehand, it was AI.
Oh, the GOAT.
You're GOAT. And then you had Isaiah Thomas. You had Oscar Robertson. You had Pistol Pete. You had Max Johnson. They had guys like that had handles, but it also evolved. Like motherfuckers at like Rucker Park doing crazy shit. Like it's just it evolves. So there's a lot of hoes in saying that you can't sit there and say guys from way back when is not on the GOAT list. But nigga, without them, like motherfuckers wouldn't even been like getting used to playing basketball. The 3-point line added. So it was added in 1979.
Told you.
It was added. It was counted as a three in the 80s. And it didn't, okay, that was 86. The early, what, it was like the 3-pointer was like the early, it was like 19, it said 1979, 1980. So probably 79, 80. So, yeah, whatever. Well, like I said, it all changed. So it's like, you can't really, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people be like, oh, well, yeah, yada, yada. But since you brought up your GOAT, who has the best handles? Kyrie or AI?
Oh, Kyrie. I'm not stupid.
Okay. Who has a better mid range?
Kyrie.
Who's a better 3-point shooter?
Kyrie.
Who's a better free throw shooter?
Based off percentage, I think Kyrie has a better percentage. So him.
Who's a better scorer?
Oh, AI.
Who's a better defender?
AI.
Who's a better assist man? Passer, playmaker.
I mean, Kyrie, but in AI's defense, he was mostly a 2 guard in the league.
Okay. All right. My last one. Who gets the last shot?
Oh no, that's hard. Cause Kyrie, he hit that shot in the 2016 finals. I don't even know. I'm gonna just give it to Kyrie.
Damn, so you're a Kyrie fan. You know, you ain't going to like.
I mean, I'm realistic. I'm realistic. That's
like,
AI.
That's your
AI, my
GOAT.
favorite player.
You supposed to give some.
Yeah, that's my favorite player ever.
I'm just saying, like, you can give some of it to Kyrie, but this nigga's an all-around Kyrie fan. Nah, you ain't no AI fan. You fucking
yes,
phony.
I am. What are you talking about?
He's a phony, bro. What
are you talking about?
Phony. Everybody hearing this. Dev is a fucking phony. He is not an AI fan. He never was. He never has. He never will be.
I mean,
opposite of Bret Hart. He was.
Yo.
Opposite of Bret Hart. That's what that nigga is.
Wow.
So last question. Starting 5 of all time. All time.
Oh, shit.
And then we're gonna say bench. So starters and your bench. 5 and 5.
All right. At the 1, give me Magic.
Okay.
Shooting guard, give me Kobe, because I was a month old when Mike won his 4th ring, so I kind of had to go back to watch. I seen more Kobe play, so that's why. The 3, give me LeBron. The 4, give me Tim. The 5, give me Joel. Say nah, give me Shaq. Shaq. All right, the bench. 1, give me Steph. 2, Mike. 3, KD. 4,
KD's unstoppable.
Can I get 2 extra spots on the bench?
I guess so.
All right, so then give me Dirk.
So Dirk had Dirk 4.
And then the bench for the 5, Hakeem.
And you said 2 extras.
And then the wild card spots, give me KG and AI.
Yeah. Damn, you didn't even have AI. Damn, you ain't shit. That's how you.
All right. Everybody with common sense. If you had to rank the top shooting guards ever, everybody with common sense will say Mike at 1 and Kobe at 2. Like that's common sense. Like I'm pretty sure, like you can't put AI starting or on the bench if you do that. You just can't.
I don't know. I mean, I put Kobe over MJ. I put KD over LeBron because KD is unstoppable. Like he's 7 foot tall, handles, and can shoot over top of you and drop 40 on your head at any time if he wanted to. That's why, and he's unstoppable. You can stop LeBron. Like you can't really stop a 7-footer who's lethal at the three, who can dance on you if he wants to. Basically, he can get to any spot he wants to without really any like trouble. So that's why I put KD over LeBron. People was like, "Oh, you just hate LeBron." No, like you said, I'm being realistic. Who has ever like stopped KD? Like the whole team probably had to, but one person one-on-one. I didn't even say Kawhi Leonard my favorite player. Kobe's my favorite player. Kobe used to stop KD, like young KD, like rookie to 1-2 year
young
KD. Young KD. KD now, I will. I'm sorry, he would obliterate Kobe. Like he probably would give Kobe the work. Like Kawhi Leonard, like I said, my favorite player right now in the NBA. Kawhi can stop KD, but KD probably will still end up with like 28. At least 28. Like, that's just how it is. He's I think, and I still will say this, as of right now, he's the best scorer in the league, and he's probably top 5, top 3 best scorer, like greatest scorers of all time. He just is.
Of course.
He just is. Like there's no fucking argument about like this man's how do you stop a 7-footer who can dance on you? Like you can't. It's crazy.
Who's your all-time lineup then? Since you asked me.
This is my show. I don't have to answer shit. here's the difference. This is my show, so I don't have to answer a damn. You don't have to answer a damn thing. But the number 1 would be Steph Curry. 2, Kobe. 3, Kawhi. 4, Tim Duncan. 5, Prime Shaq. I just did Shaq in general. So my bench, Magic, Jordan. Did I say? Oh yeah, KD. Then at the 4, I'm going with. I'll have to go with Dirk. And at the 5, Kareem.
Okay. All right.
At the 5, Kareem. But I would say my favorite players of all time, my 5 favorite players I emulated my game after was Kobe, Kawhi, Julius Erving, Magic Johnson, Pistol Pete.
All right.
So that's everyone's like, that sucks. I'm like, fuck you. That's if you never played basketball, I'm saying, I'm telling people, if you never play basketball, like organized basketball, you would never understand why people do certain things. I watched 5 people from when I was a kid up until playing basketball, like organized basketball. I learned hella tricks with the ball from Pistol Pete and Magic Johnson, how to pass the ball, Kobe, how to attack, jab step, just shit like that. Julius Erving, just like I had the fro, and then plus I use my link. I use my link, and I'll do weird layups, like weird layups, fly through the air and shit like that. I can't do it now because I tore my ACL. So Kawhi, just defensive, just a dog on defense. Mid-range game, and just like I said, jab stepping into mid-range and pulling up over top of people, finishing. So I emulated everything like from those 5 people, just all bunched into one. So if you never play organized basketball, you can't really say shit. You can't. You can say that's your player, but playing the game versus just watching is totally different because you want to emulate your game after somebody. It's not just gonna be one person. You're gonna have to watch a lot of people. Like niggas right now is watching Steph, Dame, all these niggas shooting threes. And that's their game, just shooting threes. No, that's mine. I don't have no extra 2. But Dev does this as final thoughts. We used to do it as final thoughts until I was like, oh damn, a whole bunch of niggas has named their final thoughts. So we go from final thoughts to speak your piece.
My piece, I guess, is to just listen to the Group Chat Chronicles wherever you listen to your podcast on. Follow us on social media. Twitter is GCC717. Instagram is Group Chat Chronicles 717, and Facebook is the Group Chat Chronicles. And if you have trouble spelling that, you really shouldn't be listening to my podcast at all, I guess.
Damn, nigga.
That's my. I'm just saying, listen to some hooked on phonics, I guess.
So Group Chat Chronicles, like you said, any streaming platform, follow them. IG, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Dev Snapchat. Not giving that up.
Nah.
So for me, fuck Doja Cat.
For what?
It's a joke. It's an inside joke. Like Deb said earlier, jump off the porch, do it. If you want a podcast,
yeah.
It's not hurting the Black community like we said the last time.
Nah, it's not.
The 70 lectures still suck. There's if you have a dream, do it. Like you have really nothing to lose unless you put every dollar, every last dollar in your damn bank account to start something. That, I mean, cool. That's you don't have to. Stay healthy, like we said. Stay healthy. Be safe. Thank you again to Dev. I know this nigga he's doing his thing. Shout out to all the YC podcasts. Any other podcasts that we personally follow on Instagram. Like I said, shout out again to Group Chat Chronicles. Any other YC podcast. Episode 41, Pardon Our Ignorance. Until we meet again, we out here.